It's Monday already. Not a lot's happened since the upload on Friday. We've done the usuals. Sunday morning pressure accumulator drain and genset run yesterday. I actually checked the fuel level while the genset was running, and because it was running there's enough vibration that the top surface of the diesel was quite obvious when I looked in the filler tube, and the tank really is nearly full. So I was using very little fuel the last few runs because there was no load on the genset. So the gauge might actually be right. Yesterday afternoon, Jabita commented that path was getting a bit obstructed by the plants on either side. So I said, okay, let's fix that. So we came down here and cut things back a bit. There were lots of go-and-go leaves over the path, and these two trees here, jackfruit trees I gather, but yeah, they were pushing out into the path a bit, so those two there and that third one up there behind the papaya, they all got trimmed back, so now it's a good clear path. Jabita was talking about actually moving the trees. You don't move a tree that big, that's going to be beyond moving. All you can do is destroy it. Jabita decided to set up my plastic owls out here. I bought these for the garden in Tullamarine, thinking it might try and keep the birds off the veggies. No. I have a photo somewhere of one of them set up, and there's a pigeon sitting beside it keeping it in company. There's the other one on the tank stand. I think she thought that was trying to try and keep the sparrows away. And Jabita brought me out here yesterday because this was leaking much more vigorously. The water was actually sort of squirting out there, and I thought, wow, right, because the level of leak on the screw-in fitting wouldn't change. So what I did was I actually gave these a bit of a tweak, tightened them up. Lo and behold, all leaks have stopped. So nothing. So that's all it needed, was the hose clamps tightened down. So that's good. The fans are working hard on this electronic as it charges from the solar panels. There's 3382 watts coming from the south panels and 5177 watts coming from the north panels. So what's that? That's 8.2 kilowatts roundabout coming in from there. So yeah, that's hot. That is hot. Hotter than you can comfortably keep your hand on. Hopefully these things are built to handle heat for a long time. Well, it's not even 10:30 yet, and it's quite warm outside. So that's why I was feeling warm while I was out there. 34.7 feels like 43.3. Yep. And the dashboard for that off-grid system at the back shows that there's currently 8.6 kilowatts of solar input. It's importing 1.3 kilowatts from the shed to make up. Well, what you do is you take the 2.7 of consumption and subtract that from the 8.6 and add the 1.3, and what you're left with is probably the maximum charging rate of the batteries that it's programmed into the controller. If the consumption was higher, the import from the shed will be higher to bring it up to the maximum charge rate for the batteries. It all seems to work fairly well. It's Wednesday morning already, so it looks like being a short video this week. It's about 9:45, and the feels like on the weather station already says 42 degrees C. So it's not going to be fun going out there and draining the pressure accumulator, which is what I need to go over and do. This is the stuff we trimmed from the path the other day, so it won't be long before that's dried down and will burn well and give off lots of smoke, of course. And I still keep thinking Hello, somebody's having little bananas. Still keep thinking need to come along here and clean out the trash, because otherwise that will go out and wash down into the creek when there's a bit of rain. And God, I think that's an extremely sensitive anemometer. You see barely any movement even on the banana fronds, which are, oh, there we go, bit more movement. But all the trees, the leaves are just about immobile. So yeah, it's still humid and hot. So yeah, great way to be uncomfortable. But anyway, I need to go and open the vent valve for this. And I've been sitting here catching up with a few daily challenge games on the sheet computer while I've been waiting for the pressure accumulator to drain. And yeah, the weather station's reporting feels like 43.8. Yeah, I'll just venture out there and turn off those valves again and then scurry back to my nice cool lounge room. It's Friday. I haven't done a lot since Wednesday other than put up this key rack, and now that I have the right fitting for this, I've started preparing a mount for it to go on the wall. So this will stand upright on this, and this bracket here, which is actually for mounting the rails for the solar panels on the roof, it's left over. Might be more of those somewhere, but that's the only one I can see around at the moment. I'll mount that on the wall and bolt it underneath this off to one side, so that that'll support this thing up in the air with that on top, and pipe coming across and up. So once I've got all that set up, I'm sort of looking for what I can use to bolt that to the wall. Well, I've got one larger one I found and a small one, so between the two of those I can mount the thing on the wall. Then screwing the board to this thing, well, I found one bolt. Nope, that's not long enough. I'm sure I've got some more 5mm hex key type bolts somewhere. Haven't located them yet. They might be here amongst the junk, so I'm going to look around, see if I can find those. If worse comes to worse, I'll just use some wood screws to screw up into the bottom of that. Where's that? Use some wood screws to screw into the bottom of that, into the bottom of this thing. But yeah, that will be something I can tackle over this weekend, I guess. Yeah, but that's enough for now. It's already starting to warm up. It's what, 9:48, 32, pushing 33 degrees, 68% humidity. Yeah, it's starting to get uncomfortable here already. So back to the lounge room, and I may have a bit more of a look over there for those other screws that I couldn't find. Oh look, there's another one of those. So between two of those, that would be a very solid mount on the wall. I can do that. Yeah. Time to go walk about and find out what I can find. It's been pretty dry lately. We have had some thunderstorms which have been completely dry, although last night there was, or yesterday afternoon, there was a thunderstorm and we got all of 1mm of rain. So the forecast shows more prospect of rain this weekend, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, for now it's time to put together what I've got and do an upload.